The Scripps Howard Foundation honors excellence in investigative reporting. The Ursula and Gilbert Farfel Prize. The winner, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution for doctors and sex abuse. Upon discovering that 2/3 of Georgia doctors involved in sexual abuse cases were allowed to keep their medical licenses, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution began investigating sexual abuse by physicians nationwide. These stories had been untold because the nation's 64 state medical boards do not keep databases of doctors who have faced disciplinary action. The only national accounting of physician discipline is, by law, anonymous to the public. Determined to find a way around the barriers, the newspaper staff created its own software to collect 100,000 disciplinary documents from every state. The series is sparking changes at state medical boards and in state legislatures. Medical regulators have invited AJC journalists to outline needed reforms at their annual conference.
It was a remarkable investigation for many reasons. Very, very difficult to dig out the information. But the Atlanta Journal-Constitution did a great job of old-fashioned shoe leather reporting combined with superb data reporting.
And I get the sense that these journalists for this story took a great deal of journalistic integrity and determination to go after the facts of the story, but at the same time also a great deal of care and sensitivity with regards to the victims who came forth to tell their stories.
Congratulations to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, winner of the 2016 Scripps Howard Award for Investigative Reporting, the Ursula and Gilbert Farfel Prize.
Dr. David Discutner, interim president of Ohio University, presents the Ursula and Gilbert Farfel Award for investigative reporting and a $20,000 check to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Accepting on behalf of the Atlanta Constitution are Kevin Riley and Carrie Teagarden.
In early 2015, journalists at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution established that 80 doctors in Georgia had sexually abused patients, including patients undergoing routine exams and patients under anesthesia. Those doctors were still licensed in Georgia. We had a decision to make. If this was happening in Georgia, shouldn't we find out if it was happening in other states? I'm Kevin Riley, the editor of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I'm here with investigative reporter Carrie Teagarden to accept this award on the behalf of the staff of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Thank you to the Scripps Foundation and to the judges. Our decision to do the first ever national investigation on this troubling topic eventually required the work of dozens of journalists at the AJC. Our readers, online users, social media followers, and podcast listeners have told us that this kind of coverage is what they want from their newspaper. The victims of these doctors have thanked us for telling their stories and for letting them know they are not alone. Like so many of us here tonight, we do this work because we know we can be a force for change. Our work is already making a difference in medical board discussions and in the minds of doctors and patients who encounter one another in a relationship that must be based on trust. We also know that this recognition by Scripps will help bring more attention to this problem. Thank you.